the iPhone 7. Now, we've already went over the SE and the 6. Now we get the 7. So, this thing is pretty old. 2016, so it's 9 years old. But, man, does it look nice. This is my favorite iPhone design. This is actually when they started, adding some of the modern features like water resistance. This one is the first IP67 iPhone. And it has this beautiful aluminum back with embedded antennas and this nice camera. This is like the newer camera design for the iPhone SEs. Very thin and just built nice. Like, amazing. Let's boot her up. This was the first iPhone with the haptic home button, so there's no press to it. And the first iPhone without a headphone jack. Everybody was going crazy about that. And this guy does have stereo speakers. I believe it's the first iPhone with stereo speakers also. So it has some pretty good features going for it, especially coming out when it came out. So, yeah. So, here we are in the setup screen. Hello. This one's on iOS 15. That's its last version here. Let's go ahead and set it up. It does have quick start. I'm going to log in with my internets. Very beautiful 4.7-inch Retina display here. I would love to get the 7 Plus, but whatever. Data and privacy. And Touch ID. So this was the first iPhone, I believe, with 2nd gen Touch ID also. So it's the faster, newer, next generation Touch ID sensor. So let's go ahead and set this guy up. It's also a faster setup, as you can see. Super quick, especially compared to the iPhone 6. So if you're upgrading from the iPhone 6, this is even a good deal. Let's create this super secure password. And don't transfer. And Apple ID. Bring up the Apple ID real quick. By the way, I did cancel my iPhone SE order, and I got a better condition one with better battery health. It's locked to consumer cellular, unfortunately, but it's really nice. I'll show you guys if I can pull it up. Purchases. iPhone. Right here. So as you can see, it's the 2nd gen, red. And this has 95% battery health and excellent shape. Excellent condition. So, this is a lot better than the one. And it's... Are you kidding me? He brought it down to 70 after I paid 75. Of course he did. But, anyways, yeah, any accepts returns. Crazy good battery health and everything like that. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. But it's not going to come in for a while. So, you'll see an unboxing on that when it comes in. But it's not going to come in for a while once again. So, for the next video, we got this guy. Can you guess what it is? Anyways, let's boot this one up. We can see what apps to download. Is this? Okay. Dreaded Siri. We don't need that. Welcome to iPhone. There it is, iOS 15. You can see widgets. It's actually fairly new. We do have the older style control center and stuff like that, but it's still a fairly new operating system that came out in 2021. Let's go to settings, and let's go to general and about, and you can see here we're running iOS 15.8. 15.8.4. Oh my god. And this has an Apple A10 Fusion chip with 2 GB of RAM, so very low on RAM, and only 32 gigs of storage base. So very low on storage also. But you can see we can adjust the home button haptic between 1, which is real stiff, 2, less stiff, and 3, which is the easiest to click and the best overall. So I really like that home button haptic. And this is brought to you by the Taptic engine. This came out in the 6S, but really it peaked in the 7 because the home button. And it's a great vibration motor. So let's install some apps, guys. Alright, so we got all the apps installing, and I actually didn't even know this. I forgot, even on this version, we have the app library here. So I totally forgot the app library even exists because I don't use it. But it's kind of cool. I don't like this. I personally prefer the Android one where you swipe up. But if you do want to get to all your apps, you swipe down. But it's still kind of not great. They should just make the app drawer this, not the whole app library thing, because then you can scroll through and stuff. But it's still kind of cumbersome. It's not the greatest, but yeah, we are installing some apps here, and we'll figure out how it goes. So far, so good. The phone's very warm, but not as warm as the iPhone SE, I don't think. It's as warm as the iPhone SE, but whoa, that is warm. But it's actually, like all these apps are installing. It's performing pretty quick and speedy. I didn't even have it lag up on me yet. Yes, it's a little slow, but it's not that bad. Like, it's pretty reasonable. We got apps, guys. Let's see. So we got good selection of apps here. Let's first try Facebook. Facebook, totally fine. Latest version here. Let's go to Reels. We can watch Reels, no problem. The dual speakers look great and sound great, whatever. This guy hurt himself. Perfect. Just works great. It's a little slow. As you can see, it takes a minute to load the video, but it works. So not bad. Instagram. Let's see here. Boom. No, don't access my contacts. There we go. That is working great. Let's go to Reels. And as you can see, also working great. Now, Reels we're in on the iPhone 6, so if it doesn't run on this, that's crazy. But it's actually taking quite a while to load these videos, and I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. Let's do a quick Wi-Fi speed test on my real phone here. That's weird. It's actually low. I'm supposed to be getting a gig here. What's going on with the Wi-Fi? Maybe this speed test is bad. Let me go to Ookla. Can't show this because it shows my IP, but let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate pop-ups. Actually, hold the phone. I don't think it does. It's basically the same thing. That's good. The upload's good. Anyways, not my Wi-Fi. Alright, TikTok. Works great. Perfect. Works great. Again, this is just like a new account. I don't know what's going on with the internet on this phone, but overall it works great. Just takes minutes to load or something. Geometry Dash. This didn't run on the iPhone 6. Of course, it's going to run on the A10 because it ran on the A9. So, let's see how this A10 Fusion does. Because remember, if you remember, it lagged on the A9. So let's see how the A10 does. This is the latest version. Oh, it's lagging. Wow. This is lagging more than the iPhone SE. Okay, looks like it freed up. There's no longer lag. But that was a pretty bad lag. But now it's pretty good, as you can see. You all may know I'm a pro Geometry Dash player. So, you all watch out. It's actually running really good, and it's great to play on this size screen. A little too small on that 4-inch screen on the iPhone SE. But on here, perfectly usable. Let's see if I can get a quick dub. I doubt it. A little too short. I always screw up there. Alright, PUBG. Now, some people were amazed that the iPhone SE first gen ran PUBG, and I was too. Like, this is crazy. This processor is from 2015, and it runs like butter. This is 2016, and we'll do the Galaxy S7 in 2025. Excuse me, which came out same time. And that phone, I'm going to tell you right now, barely runs anything. So, yeah. Wow, this took no time to load. Let's go guest mode here. And let's see how PUBH works on this guy. See what kind of graphics we can get on here. Oh, let's just battle. Let's see how this guy runs. It's very warm. I know all about. I know I don't want to bust your motors inside. And your decision to hide. 104. Pretty warm. Let's see how this thing runs. So far, I'm super impressed. So far, all the apps run. You know, I was super impressed with this guy. Super impressed with this. Alright, let's see how this thing runs. Okay. Perfect. Tap to jump. Wow. There is no lag. Holy crap. And it comes in super good. This is such a good phone. Wow. Look at this. No lag. Okay, that was a little bit laggy. But look at that. What other phone can do this from 2016? Wow. Okay, so that's PUBG. Let's see if we can do driving sim. Because if you remember, the iPhone SE barely ran it. And I think it actually crashed. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if it did. But I don't think it did. But alright, we are loading. Oh, whoops. Shit. The battery is tank, though. And I even charged it. So that's not good. Alright, we're in. Let's see what quality we can push out. Low, medium, or high. Now, let's try medium. On the SE, we tried low. And it still was lagging. So, actually, let's try low. Because it won't even go up to medium. And it's frozen. Okay, single player. Is this low? Just making sure here. Yes. Okay, single player. Missions. We're going to go to map with less stuff, maybe. Maybe that will help. It's lagging so much. Let's go to the Texas Highway. That looks pretty non-graphic intensive. And let's see how this thing runs with this game. Probably not good. It's heating up quite a bit. It's actually burning. It's like very hot. But you never know nowadays, so let's let it load. Oh, it doesn't work. It just crashed. So I'm going to call that a fail because I know it's not going to run good. And if it crashes every time, it's not even worth downloading. So that's a scam. YouTube, this is not the latest version here. Let's go ahead and look at what version this is. So it requires at least iOS 16.0 here. And if we go in, let's see if it works. Now, it did work on the SE, so I'm guessing it will work here. Just like nothing. So let's go ahead and see. Now it looks like we're at a white screen here. Let's go ahead and try to restart. Let me clear all these apps here. Maybe that will help. Let's hit YouTube. And there we go. So right here. Boom. Use YouTube signed out. And let's go ahead and search that one Apple guy. And there we are. And let's go ahead and see if it runs the video. This is actually running super smooth so far. And let's go ahead and try to run the iPhone 6 video. Let's go ahead and skip this ad real quick. Oh, of course, there's 10 ads, of course. Thanks, YouTube. Skip. And there we are. So, perfectly fine here. Let's go ahead and see what our max quality is. Go up to 1080p. And you can see it's not the new version of YouTube. You can't zoom in on this version. And you can't do the 2x. So, this version's going to be not supported for too much longer here. So, that's kind of a bummer. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the greatest experience on YouTube. Right now, it runs great, but probably not in the future. Next up, we have eBay. Now, eBay, again, is incompatible here. You can see it requires at least iOS 17.0, so this is an older version. So let's see if it runs. Again, it ran on the iPhone SE1, so I don't see why it wouldn't run here. But again, this is not going to be supported for too much longer, and then you're going to have to resort to the website. So let's see, iPhone 7. Let's go ahead and filter buy it now. We'll see how much these go for. And about 60, yeah, around $60, which I don't think is worth it. 50 is probably worth it, but I'd pay 60 for a 7 Plus, definitely. But yeah, right here. 50 is a pretty good deal. I don't know why it's telling me to sign in. But as you can see, pretty good deal there. I don't know what the battery health. Okay, so yeah, eBay works perfectly fine here. And next, let's try Amazon. So if I go into here, Amazon was the latest version. Okay, what were we on Amazon? Okay, so Amazon latest version. Let's see if it works. Amazon. Of course it'll work because it's the latest version unless it crashes. It works. So let's try to search Anchor 737 because that's the best power bank in the world. And no, oh, I typed in the wrong thing, but it does work. Finally, Spotify. Now Spotify, not the latest version either, but not too old here. iOS 16.1. So let's see how it runs here. Let's see how it runs on the A10 Fusion chip. Now, I wish they would have upgraded this to at least iOS 16. Give it a little more life because it's definitely could be capable of it. But as you can see, works perfectly fine. So overall, the iPhone 7 still a great phone in 2025. Still does everything you need it to do and more. Don't try hardcore gaming on this device. Just don't try it. You're missing out on some features, but overall, still a really great phone. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.